This is where I teach my classes and do the majority of my work. My storyboards, the directors usually come here and we work in here until that's finished.
What you doing now? What you doing in a little while? Come with me, baby, come with me.
Parsons was if anybody saw the movie Fame, my years in Parsons was that. It was very hard. It was very, at the same time, you're reliving a script from a movie. And as soon as I moved from New Jersey to the East Village and had that accessibility that I'm living in the East Village and that my school is about 5 blocks away. This local New York artist, David Spada, and he's the artist that did all the Grace Jones costumes in the 80s. That was all designed with rubber and aluminum. So I worked for him for a couple of years and then came back to Miami. That's when I started doing installations for the local clubs in Miami Beach that were sprouting up everywhere. I started working for a local magazine, Antenna, for Andrew Delaplane, and that's how I met Tara Solomon. And she's the one that got me into the scene, the early scene of Miami Beach. And I started meeting Luis Canales, and from there they started introducing me to people. One way or another, by 1996 is when I got into the Art Center, South Florida. I teach at the Art Center at 924 Lincoln Road in the print room in the back, and it's the only print room of its kind down in Miami.
Come with me, baby, come with me.
The cool thing about printing is that you might have an image of the way you want it to look like, but when you actually comes out, you have several different ways that it comes out, because you have several prints, and you'll start going, oh, I like that one, I like this, and just the imperfection sometimes is basically what you want. So that is what I'm saying that's really cool about printing. And then the other conventional way of just doing that on a computer and just printing it out on a machine. I'm gonna get my squeegee, register my image, place it down on the fabric. Register my image, and that's what it looks like. Now I put it under the heating to dry the ink faster, and I'm gonna print on the bag now. There's the bag. Get the extra ink and put it back on. This is the press. This is where the pressure is placed on whatever surface that you put the ink on, so it transfers to the paper. And so you put it through it and you crank it, and the plate goes through and applies the pressure, and you have a print. It's a really neat process. And it's very cumbersome, but the effects that you get once you know how to use it are quite fascinating. Teach private lessons here at my studio. When it's more here, it's usually I deal with one-on-one artists, and it's usually they have a project that they want to develop. If they want more and extensive silkscreen classes or monoprinting, I try to get them to sign up at the Art Center. So it depends usually on the person, what their needs are for what they want to learn for printing. Usually it's what projects I get artists that want to do a series of their photographs as silk screens. I'll get a lot of that. Or an artist that wants to reproduce one of their illustrations lots of times they come in here and I do that for them. I do also small projects and t-shirts and stuff like that. That I mainly do at my store.